Good evening. I hope everyone is well. I have some thoughts I'd like to share. This year has been an interesting year to say the least, in a positive and also in a way where we can guaranteed see some areas where there's room for improvement, right? So there's been an increase of, people trying to be healthier and supporting more Black businesses and things of that nature. And I'm all for that. I can dig it. Some of us were doing that before that, but I'm glad that there's been an increase of that activity. But I want to say this in regard to how we support each other emotionally and how we contribute to each other's lives emotionally. We can talk about health all day long. We could talk about better health in our Black community. We could talk about supporting Black businesses more and more. But if we don't start talking about emotional and mental health and how we treat each other emotionally, everything else is in vain. As a people, we already experience and have experienced so much psychological trauma, right? When it comes to Black on Black crime, being a violent offense committed by a Black person on another Black person, what about the emotional Black on Black crime that we commit on each other? Whether it be Black women hating on Black women, displaying jealousy, talking mess about each other, messing with each other's men, comparing, how sometimes Black men treat Black women like they're not queens and they don't deserve to be respected. How Black women sometimes down Black men and emasculate men. Even the parent-to-child relationships, how we share our emotional trauma with our children, sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. Can we start talking about mental health more? Can it stop being so taboo to talk about mental health and emotional health in the Black community? Because if we don't start doing better, everything else doesn't mean anything. Everything else doesn't mean anything. And if we continue to hurt each other emotionally, we talk so much about the things that are done to us in the Black community from outside communities. What about the things that are happening within our communities to each other, within our own households to each other, within our own families to each other, right? That emotional trauma that we inflict on each other. Because physical pain, our bodies can heal. Consistent, repeating, or repetitive emotional trauma inflicted on a person, received by a person, causes long-lasting psychological trauma. Much harder to get over, right? So that's been heavy on my mind today, the last few days. I made a video about it this morning, but I didn't like the video, so I didn't post it. And the day that I've had really has me thinking about the emotional trauma that we continue to inflict on each other, whether it be in relationships and marriages and all the ships, the parent ships, the family ships, all the ships, the emotional trauma that we inflict on each other. It's just, we must do better. We must really do better. But like I said earlier, I hope that you guys are well. I just wanted to bring that to the forefront of your mind if it wasn't there already. Let's do better. Let's heal so we don't project our emotional trauma on other people. Let's heal so we don't volunteer to receive other people's emotional trauma from their own self-defeating behavior. Let's do better. Let's talk about this more. Let's find some solutions so we can start to heal emotionally and psychologically as a people. Have a great night, you guys. I love you very much. Peace out.